What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Jedi Jive. My name is Mike. Joining us, as always, is my sister Jenny.
Hey, kitty cats.
We got another reaction to Loki coming at you.
I'm
Season
so
2,
excited.
Episode 3. I'm loving this show so far.
I am so into this season, guys.
And from what I've heard from people that have seen the first 4 episodes ahead of time, the first 4 episodes are particularly good, and 3 and 4 were their favorites. So
Great.
I'm like,
bring it.
just from the thumbnail alone, it looks like we're doing some 1800s, 1893.
Some distant past time traveling.
Yeah, like right off the bat, I was like, ooh, like Doc Brown and Marty. Like,
I know.
It just made me feel
Wild
like
West.
that. Yeah, we've been tackling some heavy themes. I brought it up to you that there was an internet theory going around that Sophie's McDonald's coworker friend Jack might be a young Mobius. And
I'm not ready to make the interpretive leap just yet. I do think there must be some reason they're featuring that character.
We do like having some wild speculation. It's always fun to throw some ideas around and, have some fun with it. But what better way to figure it out other than to just jump in, react, and then we'll discuss it afterwards,
Let's
guys.
do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I love the old-timey music already. The player piano vibe.
The saloon piano.
Yeah, the player piano, you know?
Yeah. Cool. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's her. Herself. We're on the sacred timeline.
Took you so long.
Fun.
First things first, do you have it? The important person you were gonna meet? The one at the end of time? He told me that we need to put this package in that window. It was his plan, meant to protect all of time.
What?
You don't exactly blend in.
Okay. Better. When he's back where he belongs, atop the TVA.
Oh, I get it.
I bet it's him as a boy.
Yeah, that's cool.
One version of him as a boy.
Man, talk about like a time loop. Wow.
Oh, it's the TVA handbook. The TVA handbook.
Wow, okay. That's so cool. That's so cool. It rings. Remember how I said Doc and Marty? It just makes me think of the almanac.
Yeah.
And just bringing information from the future back. And I just love that. I love it's so cool.
We need to scale the loom's capacity to manage all those new branches. Otherwise, it will fail. And the TVA will be destroyed. And we're all gonna die.
I love his delivery.
Okay, we got a hit on the temp pad going from right here, Chicago, 1868.
The costumes.
Is this from here? No.
They're right
Yeah,
outside the
Chicago
window.
Fire, but that's 1871.
So they were just in the right spot at the right time.
Yeah.
God, Chicago World's Fair, 1893.
Cool.
Nice.
Edison.
And if they're here, we'll find them. If they're here.
Ghost clock continues on the midway.
Ghost clock.
There's your clue right there. It's like Men in Black, where it's like
They look at the tabloids.
It's the best investigative journalism.
Yeah, the Cracker Jack concession stand is a high traffic area.
He's so food centric, so
the fact
food
that it's
focused.
tasty is just a bonus.
This has to be a joke. It's a crass generalization. You could reduce an entire culture down to a simple diorama.
You know, sometimes I forget that you're one. You are one of them. Blows my mind.
Paul's not that tall. Mobius, look.
Temporal. That can't be a coincidence.
Victor Timely.
That's who we'll find Renslayer.
There he is. That's Jonathan Majors.
Victor Timely.
Nice.
Time is everything.
He's doing a full Shatner.
Shatner, yeah.
Uh-huh.
It
Yeah, Loki. Yep.
Loki knows him.
It's him.
Yeah, okay.
You made him sound like this terrifying figure.
Don't be shocked.
He is.
My temporal loop.
Mm.
I aim to light, to power the entire planet. Laugh it off as pure science fiction. Because all science is fiction until it's fact.
Bit of a rickety prototype.
Welcome to the future.
We need to bring him back to the TVA. You can't trust a variant of he who remains in the TVA.
And his aura is the only thing that can get us access to the loom. And who knows what else he can do.
They're opening Pandora's box.
Yep.
Hey, clown, you stepped on my foot.
I do apologize.
Uh-oh.
How about we settle this outside?
Outside.
He's like, I fought Thanos, dude.
I agree.
Oh, come on.
Amazing Loki, everyone! He'll be here all week!
No escape from this guy.
It's being played like a scene from an old heist movie.
Yeah. Even the music.
Yeah.
We have a he who remains variant. We can use his temporal aura.
A heads up, Casey has had a really weird tempad reading.
About 10 feet from where you're standing?
Hmm.
All right. You're clearly really good at getting away. We have that in common. Sylvie!
Oh boy.
Get out of my face and let me finish the job!
But if the loom fails and the TVA is destroyed, there won't be a life to go back to.
You are waltzing him straight back into the TVA, the most dangerous man who ever lived.
Maybe we should throw him off this Ferris wheel. But we need him.
I can't let him live.
Damn.
Miss Minutes? Yeah. This is your moment.
Yo.
What? She's like the Stay Puft Marshmallow.
Stay Puft Marshmallow, yeah.
Man.
Dude, what? Oh my god.
Absolutely not.
Oh my god.
Sound effects in the background.
A version of you created an entity called the Time Variance Authority. Two variants of the same Norse god murdered him, which resulted in the creation of new timelines, which would each see the rebirth of countless different versions of you.
I created the TVA.
Something like that.
If it's too much for you,
No, it's like the story of myself that I always imagined is true.
That is why you need me by your side. I'll keep you safe.
well, even before the TVA, or her, you created me.
Jealous much?
Our loom, it's in trouble. And it needs you.
That is not dissimilar to what the wizard gentleman said to me. Why aren't the two of you in cahoots with him and his butler? But he was protecting me.
He switches sides. It's a well-documented behavioral trait.
It's at my lab across the lake.
Lake?
You'll love it. It's like the Caribbean of the Midwest. They trapped us! Run!
The music is so ridiculous.
No, it's like a caper.
Dropped into my life by some divine hand. I've never found out who. You.
Yes.
You brought it to him the way the postman brings the post. We both know whose plan it was.
This book has
Miss Minutes.
She's like a jealous girlfriend.
most important discovery I've made yet is a throughput multiplier.
It's a flux capacitor.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you.
Miss Minutes isn't gonna like that.
Victor, I'm starting to see the man you'll become. I have high hopes for this partnership.
Miss Minutes. What?
Oh. There you go. Yep.
Partnership. You had to do it. Bye.
Oh, shit.
Old. He did say he doesn't do partners.
He does have that recording that Loki listened to where he's talking about it, though.
Yep.
So, it's not the end of her.
That's not creepy at all. Just a forest of mannequins.
This is it. The culmination of my life's work.
You have always been so smart.
Throughput multiplier, did he call it?
Mm-hmm.
Flux capacitor.
Let's go.
Now, what's the rush?
What is she can like corporealize or something?
It might be smart to lay low for a while. We made quite the ruckus back there.
Miss Minutes coming on a little strong there, huh?
For a moment, I was worried that you wouldn't come with me. That you liked Ravona better than me. Is there a sketch of me in that journal of yours?
Oh my god. Lethal Attraction, Miss Minute style.
I was just a simple AI, just something to play chess with. But you knew I could be more for you. I alone was by your side. Why didn't you allow me a real body?
Pinocchio wants to be a real boy.
I was kind of right about the corporealized part.
If I had a body, we could truly lead together.
That's terrifying.
Yes, that's something I don't know.
It's like Ultron.
How to do.
You just kept me as your thing, your computer, instead of what I could have been. Your girl.
What? Ah!
Bro.
No.
Put that down. Don't do this. We're a team. You need me.
Ah!
No, it's not.
Things are getting quite strange.
Prototype pruning stick.
No!
Just in time.
We need him.
You have no idea what it takes to lead. Did you happen to notice? The second I left, everything crumbled. I'm the only one who can bring stability to the TVA because that's what I've been doing, thanklessly, for eons. All that matters is order versus chaos. I'm order.
No.
Oh shit. Is it Sylvie? Yeah, okay. Oh shit.
She's chaos.
You don't know the heart I have beating in my chest. I can make my own choices.
He's arguing for his own free will.
Get him out of here.
Walk through.
Don't make me regret this. Leave her to me. It's power for you, isn't it? That's what you want. A seat at the end of time. Well, be careful what you wish for.
Oh man. The dead dead body of He Who Remains just still sitting there.
Yeah.
Love you.
Darn. I had him under control until you sabotaged me and made fools of us.
It was foolish of him to make an enemy out of someone who knows all his secrets. I know a really big one about you. It's gonna make you real angry.
Ooh. Spicy.
What? Is she a Kang variant or something? I mean, Sylvia's a Loki variant. Right?
Yeah.
Another great episode.
Yeah.
I loved how this one shifted styles just by like going back into 1893 and getting it like
this
a
was
period
a sharp
piece.
left turn, sort of aesthetically, stylistically, the whole thing. But I loved this aesthetic, the Chicago World's Fair. That's so fun.
Yes.
You know, there were great visuals. Just loved the whole aesthetic of the entire thing.
It was really effective, and like you said, there was multiple times where it just felt like a caper. Like even the music was like playful and kind of like it didn't take itself too seriously in that way.
It was like watching The Sting or something, like one of those old heist movies, you know, and people are like running through the alley and the chase scene.
Loved it.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Big philosophical dilemma for Sylvie at the end there. She was faced, you know, she believes that the future's not written anymore now that she killed He Who Remains. And he makes an argument in defense of his own free will. He says, I can make my own choices. You don't know me. I can make my own choices. So he's effectively saying, my future isn't written yet. You don't know what I will or won't do. And she has to sort of take that in defense of her own philosophy. She has to sort of give into that argument.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of a philosophical dilemma there.
Yeah. I also really loved how there was like 3 or 4 times in this episode where I was like, oh, that just gives me the feel of like Men in Black, like getting the like tabloid information, or I was like, that's like Marty and Doc, or like the flux capacitor,
or
like,
the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man thing with Miss Minutes.
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. A lot of just cool. It may not be like a direct
list.
reference, but it was kind of being playful in that way, where it was like. We're out of time here in this show, like, you know, both philosophically and literally, and like pulling things referentially that are like culturally like that make us think of those things just feels like sort of like it just the elasticity of the temporal. I don't know how to describe it. It just feels very like temporally elastic.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to describe it, but I love having all of those sort of like, this reminds me of Back to the Future, or this reminds me of Men in Black, and it's not necessarily a specific, like that's what they're doing, but they're in 1890s outfits, but they're using technology and
they're communicating with B-15 and, you know, exactly.
Yeah. And on top of that, Miss Minutes herself is like a cartoon character, you know, on top of live action. So you're already getting that blend and like elasticity of like reality even.
Yeah. Which again fits right in with the way this entire show has been blending aesthetics, blending genre, doing all of this sort of mad mixing of different things to make its own unique
like the
style.
Miss Minutes like morphing into the mannequin, like and
that
being like,
was so
you're
creepy.
a girl. Like we've had this multiple episodes in a row where like it's like got horror vibes to it.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's like comedy, there's caper, there's that horror element, there's the whole, you know, philosophical headiness of it all. So yeah, it's touching so many different you know, emotions and angles all at once.
Right. And there's also something comedic and funny about Miss Minutes being jealous and, you know, like lurking in the background of those shots. And then, you know, the whole like seduction thing was somehow even creepier than the Loki and Sylvie thing.
Yeah.
Even cringier.
Yeah.
So
and there's always
they achieved that.
There's always like a little hint of like Marvel humor here and there, like where like Loki's looking at the like the Norse statues or whatever, and he's like, Thor's not that tall or whatever. And it's just one of those like, oh ha ha ha, a little bit of, you know, ongoing Marvel humor there. I like that kind of stuff. Owen Wilson, Mobius, like you pointed out that he's always talking about food.
Yeah, he's so food motivated.
He is.
He had like pie twice in the last episode, and this time it was the Cracker Jack.
Yeah.
But like he's a big fan of, let's say, historical foods.
So we're assuming. Wait, so Miss Minutes gave a TVA handbook to Renslayer to take back and give to young He Who
whatever
Remains.
we're calling him, yeah.
Victor Timely.
Yeah.
At first I was kind of like, is his stammer and like his whole like act thing here, is it just like an act he's putting on, and this is more of a, like of a brilliant Kang just playing a part,
right?
So that he can get into the TVA like he just did, and he's gonna turn around in the next episode and be like, that worked just how I planned it would,
right?
That's why
it's always a possibility with him, right?
Yeah.
So
that's kind of what I feel like is gonna happen, that he's gonna suddenly lose his stammer and like not be that character, that like. Yeah, I don't know. That's a possibility, but there's that whole thing of like, you've like more of him, more variants, and like there's the possibility of there just being multiples of him and different versions of him. Like, it's not just going to be one.
Oh, and I feel like we will see different versions of him. I have a strong sense that we're going to see multiple versions of him. I don't think it's just going to be Victor Timely the whole time.
Yeah.
And
then, so wait, Sylvie kicked Renslayer
through a time door to the end of time into He Who Remains Citadel, where his decaying body is still sitting.
So wait, how did Miss Minutes end up there with her then?
I think Renslayer's the one who was controlling her somehow, and I'm unclear on that detail.
Yeah.
I think when she was zapped away, I think that was Renslayer who did that, who entered the room, and then she turned her back on, maybe using her tempad somehow. I'm unclear on that detail, and I need to rewatch it and see exactly what's going on there.
Yeah, because it did have that feel of like, now that they were at the end of time, they were stuck there together.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the way it seemed. Man, this is
lots going on. Lots and meanwhile, we still have this action with the Loom, which, Victor Timely is now at the TVA, but that's still unresolved. So lots of pieces in play here.
Yeah.
Folks,
what was the other thing? Oh yeah, that I said that the giving the TVA handbook to yourself felt like giving the almanac to like your younger, and like
100%.
The whole like time loop feel of that. I loved that. Yeah, that was cool. Yeah. Guys, loving this show.
Remains fantastic.
3 episodes, so it's 6 total, correct?
Yeah.
So we're halfway through. And it's been pretty significant so far, and I've just loved all of it. So looking forward to next week. Guys, let us know what you thought about this episode in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to see the reactions fully unedited, go over to patreon.com/JediDrive. That's where we put up the watch-alongs. We'll see you in next week's reaction.
Peace.